Hi guys, it's talk time. So I found this creator, Joshua Weissman. It looks like his content is really interesting for me, and I found one that is very um noticeable for me, American breakfast versus Filipino breakfast. Personally I tend to like Filipino breakfast more than American breakfast, but let's go watch this video.
Nothing better than a diner style breakfast, right? Today we're gonna prove that wrong.
Once in a while, American breakfast I tend to crave, but since growing up in the Philippines, I do like Filipino breakfast more. I'm not a breakfast person per se, but if I'm having breakfast, I tend towards the Filipino breakfast.
So we're back in Studio B, as you can see. That was a rhyme. Look, today we have a very important conversation. There's no jokes to be had here. Last time we talked about breakfast, it was American versus a full English, which are two very, very famous breakfasts. But I want to talk about a breakfast that isn't talked about enough, and that is the Filipino breakfast. I could go on and on about it, but I'd rather show you. So with all that being said, let's make this, shall we?
The tale of two breakfasts. One you might see at a diner.
Eggs, bacon, English breakfast or American breakfast. Eggs, bacon, sausage, toast, and hash browns.
Where multiple fights may break out. Maybe someone throws a chair. We're talking about the American breakfast. You know, eggs, bacon, toast, hash browns, pancake. You know, triple carb scenario. Can it compete? Let's find out. First, let's talk about breakfast and sausage. Honestly, they're nearly impossible to mess up unless you don't watch.
I wouldn't say no for bacon, but yeah, maybe bacon with my rice rather than pancakes and toast. I'm too Filipino or I'm too Asian. I like rice on anything.
The pan, you let it burn, and I already know there are people watching this like, oh my gosh, Josh, it's not that easy. I'm not trying to judge you, I'm just saying, you got this. Skillet, medium heat, add your bacon while the pan's still cold, keep flipping until crispy and done. And drain it on a paper towel, and that's it. And it's the same thing for sausage. If your sausages are raw, you can always sear them nicely on all sides, then pour in a splash of water to lightly boil them.
I just finished dinner. I'm filming this late at night, but watching cooking video this late makes me want more to eat food right now.
To get the internal of the sausage cooked. Once those two are done, just keep them warm. Oh, and please save your bacon fat. If you throw away your bacon fat, it's like throwing away money. Is that what you like to do? You just get $5 and you're like, oh, let me crumple that up and throw it in the trash can. And I'll show you why with our hash brown. If you want a single solid 10 to 12 inch hash brown, then all you need is two medium-sized russet potatoes. Peel them, grate them on the coarse side of a box grater, place that on a clean kitchen towel, none of that kitchen towel that's crusty and stiff and no one knows why. Season your potatoes generously with salt to taste, toss together, bundle up in your towel, hold over a bowl or the sink, and squeeze that into a big old ball to get as much juice out as possible. You know, there's nothing better than squeezing the juice out of your ball. Pop that into a bowl, add in a generous pinch of onion powder, and toss until evenly distributed. Now, heat a 10 to 12 inch cast iron skillet. This is actually enameled cast iron. Listen, a 12 inch is going to get you a wider, more flat hash brown, whereas a 10 will get you a thick boy. Add 2 tablespoons or 23 grams of bacon fat from earlier. Follow that with 1.5 tablespoons or 21 grams of butter. Heat over medium until hot, then add in your drained potatoes, press it down to fill out the whole pan in one evenly thick layer. Cook undisturbed for about 5 to 7 minutes, scrape underneath, flip,
And he sticks the landing. Wow, some say potato, others say potato. I say riscotto.
sorry about that. Anyway, cook for 46 minutes or until the other side is crisp and your potato is cooked through. That's enough hash brown for 2 to 4 people. For the pancake, simply combine in a medium-sized bowl 2 cups or 300 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon or 17 grams of baking powder, 2 tablespoons or 24 grams of sugar, half a teaspoon or 4 grams of fine sea salt, whisk together till combined, then add 1 3/4 of a cup or 355 grams of buttermilk, that's buttermilk, and 2 whole eggs. Whisk together until combined, also 2 tablespoons, yeah Josh, 2 tablespoons of stainless steel. Nice. 2 tablespoons or 24 grams of vegetable oil, not stainless steel. Medium-sized nonstick skillet. Over medium heat, grease it up. You know, you can use pan spray or just a light coating of oil. Once it's hot, add a small ladleful of your batter in the pan. Spread.
I used to so normally on the weekends I help my sister babysit her kids. She has 2 boys and 1 girl. First twins, boy and girl, 5 years old, and the youngest one is a boy. So yeah, they tend to request pancakes. So normally I'll make them pancakes, but I don't make it out of scratch. I'll just make it like the pre-made pack already that we find in Vaughn's, Albertsons, whatever. and then I'll just put water or milk.
Spread it out a little, cook for
I haven't, I mean, I can, but I'm just too lazy to make it out of scratch, like having all of those ingredients in hand. Like, I think it's gonna go bad quickly for us. So I think having it pre-made is easier for us.
a couple minutes or till halfway set. Flip and repeat on the other side, about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Add that to a plate and repeat with all of your batter. Look, frying eggs seems to scare people. Listen, Papa's
Oh, I like my eggs watery or runny. The yolk, I like it runny. In fact, we just grabbed some farm raised eggs in Pasadena earlier today, and it was really nice. I'll try to insert a picture. I'll try to figure that out, but it's a small business. It's really, I didn't know that eggs can come in different colors. Did you guys know that? It's really different colors. I'll try to insert a picture here. But yeah, it's really unique. And then I asked my sister about it, and my sister said, yeah, you can taste the difference from a store broth in based on store, like all the white, like the regular eggs, rather than this eggs.
got you. Papa's got you. Heat 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil or olive oil in a nonstick pan. Heat over medium until very hot. Crack in no more than about 3 eggs at a time. Season to taste with salt. And once the white begins to set, baste the hot oil on the uncooked white. Once puffed and the white is fully cooked and the yolk is still runny, it's done. I'd say 1 to 2 eggs
Yes, yes, I like that runny yolks.
per plate, and then just do the math on how many plates you're making, because frankly I don't like math and I'm delegating that task to you. Very sorry, love you very much. Serving this is simple. Load up your plate like you're looking at a Denny's ad, then step aside because a new challenger has
Okay, Filipino breakfast. Like this side, I know more. So let's see how he makes it.
appeared. The Filipino breakfast. First we begin with tosino, which is kind of like bacon if it was born in the Philippines, and
It's kind of bacon, but it's just marinated with, I think, soy sauce and other stuff. But
low-key bitter. You'll need 2.5 pounds or 1.1 kilos of pork Boston butt. Do not
you can use tocino. You can do it in beef or pork. Again, most of the time, we tend to use pork since it's way, way, way cheaper in Philippines with pork rather than beef. So, but you can use both, like pork or beef.
Not trim it, okay? You want the fat. Slice it thinly, then in a bowl, you're gonna find half a cup or 80 grams of light brown sugar, 4.5 tablespoons or 65 grams of pineapple juice, 1 tablespoon or 11 grams of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons or 32 grams of rice vinegar.
Tocino is a little bit more sweeter side. Not too sweet, but it's on sweeter side.
2 tablespoons or 32 grams of soy sauce, 3 cloves of garlic grated, season lightly to taste with salt, mix it together, and optionally, but many do this, add 2 drops of red food coloring to get that extra red look. You know, it's supposed to basically simulate a cured look. Add your pork and toss to coat. Then just let that marinate in the fridge for 3 days before cooking. You can do 24 hours, but it's specifically noted that 3 days is the tradition. Now you're gonna
3 days because it soaks or it marinates it more. So the sauce is inside the pork. So that's the main reason why.
cook it exactly like you do with bacon. Granted, it's gonna look a little different, but medium heat.
You can do that, or you can just let it boil first. That's what I normally do, especially with sausage. I'll let it boil first with water, and then as soon as the water evaporates, I put oil on it. But it's still the same thing.
Add it to a cold pan and constantly flip until you get some nice dark colors and it's cooked through. Although this is mostly fresh meat, you can and should get a little char on it. You won't regret it. Think of this more like a bacon steak. Also, a lot of the crew kept calling this totinos, and now I understand why you all judge my pronunciation so often, so thank you for that. Moving on to what looks like
Tocinos.
it may just be breakfast sausage, but no, this is the sausage. Period. Sure, they may not always be long, but they taste great. Keep your mind out of the gutter. So you'll need about 2 3/4 pounds or 1.2 kilos of ground pork. You want the
See, pork or beef.
fattiest stuff you can find. Mine here we ground fresh and it's 60% lean, so it's real fatty, brother. To your ground pork, add 5 teaspoons
This makes me want to make some meatballs.
or 11 grams of kosher salt, 2 teaspoons or 5 grams of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of freshly ground black pepper, 3 tablespoons or 48 grams of soy sauce. Listen, if you're making this recipe, Silver Swan, gonna be what you wanna use. 2 tablespoons or
I think Silver Swan is a Filipino brand too. I'm not sure, but I mostly see that in Philippines. I haven't seen that here in US too. So I think it's a Filipino brand.
28 grams of white distilled vinegar, mixed together thoroughly, plus 1 tablespoon or 94 grams of dark brown sugar and 12 cloves of garlic grated. Please don't try to be a silly little goose and put anything less than 12 cloves of garlic, okay? It's either 12 cloves or more. Mix that bad boy together, and well, sure, you can add this to some sausage casings, but I know that not everyone has a sausage stuffer, so here's a secret method for links. Simply add enough ground meat to a sheet of parchment so when it's rolled up into a sausage, it's about a half an inch thick. Get it into a sausage shape as best you can, reaching almost the
See, watching these videos I'm learning something out of it too. So it's good, huh?
width of your parchment, then tightly roll up the parchment to hold its shape, roll it all the way up, and boom, evenly sized cylinder. Repeat with all of your meat in individual sheets and place in the freezer as you work. You're just gonna wanna chill this for about 15 to 20 minutes before using. Cut it into 3 evenly sized pieces. These are actually not that even. That could have been much better. Don't do that. Unroll it, and you can cook these the exact same way that you did the breakfast sausage.
Oh, okay. Now I know how to do sausage without the casing.
From the American version. Do be aware that these char pretty quickly, so fluctuate the temperature as needed. Anyway, once you've cooked that on a medium to medium low pan, flipping constantly, you're met with a perfectly cooked longanisa. Repeat with all
Longanisa.
of your sausage. Now we saved the best for last. To me, this fried rice is worth its weight in
Garlic fried rice.
gold. And it's not only the easiest fried rice that there is, but it's the backbone of what makes this breakfast special. So no pressure. First you need to
So basically this breakfast, what he's making is tosilo. So to means tosino, si means sinangag, the fried rice. Log is that egg.
peel and mince 15 cloves of garlic. You already know the Filipino version knows what the is up, considering the sheer amount of garlic. You're also going to need 4 cups or 560 grams of cooked rice, which has been chilled overnight in the fridge. I've said it before, you use fresh cooked hot rice in fried rice, then you're going to make me sob uncontrollably for hours. So just please don't do that. Heat 4
It's gonna be mushy because when how I cook my rice, I like my rice moisture, like there's not too dry. So I think that's one main reason why you need at least a day old rice.
4.5 tablespoons or 54 grams of vegetable oil in a large wok over medium-low heat. And before it starts to get hot, immediately add 3/4 of your minced garlic. Let that come up to heat. It'll begin gently cooking and then a light fry. And you're just gonna constantly stir that for 2 to 4 minutes or until the garlic is toasted to a light golden brown.
I need to try making Filipino breakfast for Red. I haven't. We don't normally eat breakfast. We normally eat dinner most of the time. So maybe I'll make him breakfast for dinners one of these days. Let's see.
Strain your garlic out and drain on a paper towel and set aside about 1/4 of that crispy garlic to use as garnish later. Add the garlic oil back to your wok so you can go to Poland. Let me provide a little context. That is a Lil Yachty reference, okay? I did that joke recently and it went over a lot of people's heads. Heat that bad boy over high heat, add in your rice, season generously with salt to taste. I guess you could add a little MSG if you want.
No, I since I moved here, I don't like MSG. I just feel about it.
Toss and stir fry constantly until your rice is heated through and you got a few crispy boys in there. Now add your fried garlic back, not including the reserved amount you set to the side. Again, taste for salt levels, adjust as needed. Toss to fully incorporate everything. Cut off the heat, add your remaining raw garlic. Toss until evenly distributed, and now you have a double purpose garlic fried rice. Both raw and fried, combining their powers to create something truly special. Now pop that bad boy onto a plate, add on all your elements. Tosino, longanisa, fried eggs, garnish that rice with some
That is so good. Yeah, maybe soon I'll make a Filipino breakfast for dinner for Red. And I'll make a content out of it and let's see how he likes it. But yeah, so I'm gonna guess what this chef would vote for. I think he would still go for Filipino breakfast. I don't know. Let's see.
thinly sliced green onion if you're feeling a little naughty. And well, that's actually it. And for those wondering, this rice is called
Josh doesn't know how to pronounce, but sinangag. Sinangag. So sinangag. I guess there's a difficulty on how to pronounce this NG since we have NG in our alphabet. But for me, it's really difficult for me to pronounce R. I don't know why. I think it's more on Chinese, on my Chinese blood. Like I can't say word with R's on it. Not too much. Yeah.
We have 2 gorgeous breakfasts and only 1 winner. Enough talk, let's taste.
So we have 2 beautiful breakfasts, the American and our beloved Filipino. First, the American, we get a little hash brown, maybe a little bit of bacon. Look, if you've ever been to Denny's, it's like that, but on crack. It's great. The pancake, I mean, it's everything you want. I want to introduce you to something special. Garlic fried rice should be a part of every healthy start to the day. I'm in another plane of existence. This has depth. It's garlicky, it's savory, but it's also simple. I can eat this whole thing of rice and I'm gonna probably feel good. Now moving on, longanisa. Made from scratch. I'm not gonna lie, it's very garlicky. It's sweet, it's salty, it's got that umami. Hey, tosino. Unless you got a really good bacon, this is a step above. This to me is more exciting. I'm gonna dream
Yes, so I think he would like Filipino breakfast more.
about this. It's time for a change, but it's also time for Christian to come and taste test. Oh, this is Christian. Hi, everybody. This man is responsible for many, many good things on the burger show. And if you ever saw our cookbook delivery service, he was our maitre d'.
Oui, baguette. I don't need this fork. So here we go. This looks like Filipino breakfast. Is that what you brought me here for? I drove all the way from Cyprus for this? Hell yes. So we got longanisa. Oh, is that scratch-made tosino?
I think he's Filipino. I'm not sure. Maybe.
No. Oh, you have to have that garlic fried rice. Check out this technique. Make a little mount, scoop.
Yeah, for him to eat it like that, eat it by hands, I think he's Filipino or at least Asian. I think I might be wrong, but that's my guess.
And shovel. So I get a little bit of this protein ready. Go rice, grab that protein. You see sauce on here? Because I do. Egg yolk. Oh man. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Good Lord, high praise. He was supposed to try this, but that's okay. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, everybody. If you're looking for a new experience in the breakfast world, Filipino breakfast is where you should be, and I think it's where you should have always been. But you want to know where you also should have been? B-roll.
Yeah, guys. I'm very biased. I do like Filipino breakfast or any Filipino dish. I do like it. I tend more on Filipino stuff since I grew up there. So yeah, but try it out. Let me know. Some of these days I'll try to make Filipino breakfast for Red, and let's see how he likes it. So stay tuned for that. I'm still making cooking video. I'm just yeah, as explained on my other video, Red likes his food the same way. So and making content out of it doesn't make sense since you already have most of whatever I always cook for Red. So yeah, I'll try to change it up soon. He doesn't mind trying Filipino stuff. The other day I just made him adobo, but I forgot to film it. But I'll make him another adobo. I'll try to film it and I'll upload it to you guys. But yeah, thank you for watching. Keep watching, guys. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.